James Cameron is once again stepping back into the spotlight as critics finally share their early reactions to Avatar: Fire and Ash, the next big chapter in his massive sci-fi franchise. Even though 2025 is coming to an end, Cameron is closing the year with a bang by bringing audiences back to Pandora. And many people want to know whether the franchise still has the power to earn another $1 billion at the box office. The Avatar movies have always been known for changing the game visually, so expectations for this third film were already sky high. Now that members of the press have started screening the movie early, their reactions are beginning to spill out on social media, giving fans the first real hint of whether this movie lives up to the hype. A lot of critics who saw Fire and Ash early are calling it a huge immersive experience, and that seems to be one of the biggest strengths of the film. Screen Rant's Graham Gutman shared that the movie definitely feels like the middle chapter of the story Cameron is building, meaning it clearly connects the larger storyline between the previous movie and whatever comes next. Even so, he also said the film is overwhelmingly immersive. That is exactly the kind of compliment Avatar fans love to hear, because Cameron is known for building gigantic and visually rich worlds that take audiences out of reality for 3 hours straight. Another critic from Screen Rant, Molly Freeman, talked about how visually stunning the movie is. She explained that the film's balance between spectacle and storytelling is better this time compared to some earlier movies in the franchise, where fans often debated whether the visuals overshadowed the story. However, she mentioned that some of the story decisions feel strange or bizarre, hinting that viewers might find certain plot points surprising or confusing. But even with those comments, she still noted that the overall package is incredibly impressive, especially when you look at the visuals. Tashiana Hollander from Screen Rant added that Fire and Ash is a massive cinematic experience, even though she personally felt the film was long. Avatar movies are famous for their lengthy runtimes and deep world building, so her comment is not shocking, but she still made it clear that despite being long, the film delivers something unforgettable on the big screen. Her description makes it sound like the movie is the kind of film that truly needs to be seen in a theater rather than at home. Screen Rant's Gregory Nussin had a slightly more mixed reaction. He said the movie feels like it rehashes Way of Water, but better, which suggests that it repeats themes or moments from the second movie, but in a stronger or more effective way. He also pointed out that the story feels club-footed, meaning it may not flow smoothly in every part. While he praised the technical side of the movie, he criticized the dialogue and mentioned that the film continues the franchise's familiar political themes about colonialism and the military. These topics have always been a key part of the Avatar series, so it seems like Cameron didn't hold back from exploring those ideas again. Variety's Jazz Tangcay gave one of the most glowing reviews, calling Avatar 2: Fire and Ash a staggering achievement of movie making. She specifically highlighted the visuals and said the movie introduces thrilling new characters. Jazz's reaction fits Cameron's reputation very well, because anytime he creates something, he tries to push technology to new heights. Her words suggest that this third film offers new experiences rather than just repeating what has come before. Collider's Perry Nemiroff also shared how she is still amazed by the Avatar movies even after 3 films. She said the franchise continues to feel magical and that Cameron has added layers of complexity in many parts of the production. This implies that Cameron didn't just focus on bigger action, but worked carefully on character depth, world building, and emotional storytelling. Her comments give the impression that Fire and Ash may have more emotional weight than some audiences expect. Mama's Jiki's Tessa Smith mentioned that the movie is absolutely gorgeous to look at, which is almost expected from Cameron. She also said that the film has some amazing moments, but still falls into the same traps of repetition that fans have noticed in previous entries. Her reaction suggests that fans who want something totally new may feel the movie plays it safe in certain story areas, but overall, she still appreciated what the movie brought to the table. Courtney Howard gave James Cameron some of his highest praise by saying he still has the sauce. According to her, Cameron knows how to make something big, emotional, and worth watching inside a theater. She said Fire and Ash is exactly the type of experience theaters were made for, which is a huge statement in today's streaming-focused world. Her reaction makes it sound like the movie will be worth watching on the biggest screen possible. Mike Ryan added that he loves the fact that these movies exist in the first place. Even though he noticed that certain scenes or beats seem borrowed from earlier Avatar films, he still felt that the movie transported him to another world for over 3 hours. That kind of reaction shows that while some story ideas may feel familiar, the immersive quality still shines through so strongly that it doesn't really take away from the experience. The movie continues to follow the Sully family, with Jake Sully, played by Sam Worthington, taking on a deeper leadership role among the Na'vi. Neytiri, played by Zoe Saldana, remains a central warrior figure, and the story appears to dig further into their family dynamic and the dangers they face. Cameron directed the film himself and wrote the screenplay with Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, who also helped develop the story with Josh Friedman and Shane Salerno. This group has been part of the Avatar world for years now, and that experience may be the reason the movie feels like a natural continuation of the storytelling style fans expect. Fire and Ash officially arrives in theaters on December 19, and based on these early reactions, it looks like the movie is going to spark a lot of excitement among fans. The comments make it clear that the film is a visual powerhouse, full of immersive world building, emotional beats, and plenty of spectacle. Even though some critics pointed out repetition and certain story choices that may divide the audience, the overall reaction seems quite positive. People who love the Avatar world will probably enjoy seeing Pandora in a brand new way, especially on a giant screen with booming sound. The real question going forward is whether this movie will match or surpass the box office successes of the earlier films. Cameron has a history of delivering massive hits, and Avatar movies are known for performing extremely well worldwide. If the early reactions are anything to go by, Fire and Ash could be another huge moment for the franchise and may even reach that elusive billion-dollar hit status again. But only time will tell once audiences get their chance to watch it in theaters. For now, all eyes are on December 19. Fans across the world are gearing up to return to Pandora, and it seems like James Cameron has crafted another visually stunning ride that will dominate conversations for months. Whether you love the story, the emotional weight, or the breathtaking visuals, this new movie looks prepared to give audiences an adventure that only Cameron can deliver.